Oh, hey! Apparently we're recording now.
We're recording now?
Yeah, apparently Spreaker decided to get off its lazy ass. It didn't even give us a countdown.
Oh, man.
It was just like, hey, let's load. Hey, you're live!
They don't like us.
They don't.
Well,
They took money out of my mouth.
they didn't take money out. We never earned anything.
I don't like you guys either, so it's fair. I can see where Spreaker's coming from.
But wait. What's better? Us or the Black Mat Show?
I don't think I need to answer that. I think we all know the answer.
Neither.
The answer's me.
The answer's, I'm better! Yes! Now we're just messing with Matt, that's all. Until we become his new co-hosts.
Well, I don't think I'll ever become a new co-host because I work on Thursdays, usually.
2013. It's coming.
Yep.
I have no idea. I can't make those statements for him, and he's not here. But you know what? He's not here to say I'm lying. So yeah, 2013. Here we come. We're invading. We should all get some form of faction T-shirt from some horror like from wrestling history, and just barge in one Thursday night on his show and just take it.
BWO it is.
That's fine.
The Blue World Order, yeah.
If you can find Blue World Order shirts in a good variety of sizes, that is your mission now.
I'll take a small.
At least we all fit in them.
Well, we'll fit. They may be big, but we'll fit.
That is now your mission.
It is now.
Yes. So, get on that. Tonight on the Digital Reload, we got plenty of news. We're going to talk the Spike VGAs, and we're going to review Halo 4. We only got this and then one other show, and then we're done for the year, so stay tuned. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Digital Reload, DigitalDailyFix.com's weekly episodic video game podcast here on Spreaker.com. I am one of your hosts, Brian. Yeah, I deserve that. Along here with Tim, Howard, and Brett, our usual cast of characters. And who knows, a black man may
Brett,
appear.
Tim, and Howard.
A wild black man may appear. Or I may mean white teddy bear, pink teddy bear, brown dog, pink hippo, queefing air freshener, tiny brown
and the
bear,
Hypnotoad.
rainbow bear, beige bear. Oh,
Yeah, where?
I have a rainbow. I have a two-toned pink hippo.
Well, it wouldn't be Sunshine Bear.
Oh, Morbo's awesome.
No, I don't have any Care Bears up there. I've never
They
owned.
committed suicide.
The only Care Bear I've ever owned, I ripped all its flesh out of its head. Well, it's on a disc somewhere in Brett's room.
Probably still have that disc.
You probably do. We just don't know where.
Well, it's not in my room. It's probably in one of the boxes right there.
If you ever find that, I will post it on YouTube to embarrass myself forever. So
I was going to sell it to you, but that sounds better.
you're gonna sell it to me. I'm not gonna buy that off of you. But yeah. So here we are again. Like as I said at the beginning of the show, this show and next week's, those are our last two shows before we take a break for the rest of the year to enjoy Christmas, to enjoy New Year's.
Well, I won't be enjoying any of those days, but
You'll be enjoying New Year's. Do you have to work New Year's?
sure do.
Well, you'll be here until you got to go to work, because I'm sure I'll put together another New Year's thing, like I always do. So, or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be working.
I just call out. Actually, no, that would give you time and a half, wouldn't
We'll
it?
give you time and a half.
So you probably don't want to call out.
No, the time and a half's not bad, and plus I get 8 holiday hours.
Yeah.
Which is really weird since I work 9.5 shifts, but when I get my holiday hours, I only get 8 hours.
Well, this is when you make a secret agreement with your buddy at work. You have her work your shift, but you have her clock you in.
I don't see that working out too well for me.
That's fine. We'll make a cardboard cutout of you. We'll give it to her, and then throughout the night she'll just move it to various spots, and the camera will pick it up, and it'll be fine.
Really awesome picture of you, like thumbs upping.
We're gonna do a picture of you naked,
Thumbs upping.
your dick covered by your cheese hat.
Thumbs upping.
What I usually use that cheese hat for.
Yeah, it's
His dick will be covered by a Pringles can.
something's tearing Lisa apart. Hey Tim, what you been playing?
Lots of the Old Republic, and I found out that my extension bars appeared after I gained a new ability. So like all the normal all the normal slots got filled up, and then the expansion bars showed up. So
Makes sense, I guess.
no, it doesn't.
No,
because,
no, really.
because there used to be, in the options, the preferences, whatnot, to have those bars appear regardless. So I could put my travel vehicle up there.
Mm-hmm.
Warp to the cantinas and whatnot, and then Irregardless, I also played Spartan Ops today to catch up on the past 2 weeks. So that's been my week of video games.
Yeah, I haven't caught up on Spartan Ops. We should do that at some point. I'm sure you are busy texting. Hey-oh. Well, I guess the internet crowd won't know because they can't see us.
Nor can they hear me because my sound's turned on.
Well, but I can see you. I can see everything.
Someone's blinded.
No.
Flash.
Ah! Damn Pokemon abilities.
I just pulled my pants down.
Ah! Damn Howard Penis. Son of a bitch. I don't know. How does anyone?
What are you, like, watching me
How does
eat or
any?
something?
How does anyone
How
know?
do you know I have a-
How does anyone know what you're saying when you? I don't even see your mic
Right here.
anywhere. Don't lie to me.
Right next to my head.
Don't you lie to me.
I have a large head.
Or his moob.
Or his moob. Oh, his man boob. That's it. So that's all you've been playing.
That's all I've been playing.
So, how have your adventures been in the free world of Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Slow.
Not good.
Slow.
Has there been a noticeable increase of people playing?
I think they may have cut down on servers.
They did.
So yeah, that's how I know there's at least a few more playing on the server. But wasn't the server we were on though? I don't think, because I think I got jumped around to another server.
You probably did.
I don't remember what server I was on, but I know I'm on a different server now.
You're not
Yeah.
that one anymore, that's for
Yep.
sure.
Even now that it's free, I don't have the itch for any MMO.
I just think the restrictions in the Old Republic are god awful.
Those restrictions are mind-boggling. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't get how you want to restrict free players from earning any sort of double EXP. I don't like the certain things that they restrict you to only have to buy or subscribe. And I don't think the cartel points really make it, or the cartel coins make it worth subscribing. So, but what do I know? That's just a game that unfortunately failed for EA, and there isn't going to be a way for them to recover.
Nope.
So, Brett, what you been playing?
Oh, I played some Assassin's Creed 3. I have played some Final Fantasy 11.
What do you think of Assassin's Creed so far?
Oh, I really like it. One of my favorite things is a lot of the kills are pretty awesome,
Mm-hmm.
and they're definitely a step up in violence, which is always a benefit. I just finished doing the Boston Tea Party. Throwing them bitches in the water.
Think you'll be getting the Tyranny of King George Washington DLC?
Probably not. As interesting as that sounds, probably not. What else have I been playing? There's gotta be something else. I don't do a 2-game week. That's impossible.
Hmm?
I said I don't do 2-game weeks. That's impossible.
Well, if you weren't sleeping, we would have played more Resident Evil 6, but...
Yeah, if I wasn't asleep. If someone didn't try to wake me up, you douche.
Hey, I apologize.
Can't even get any sleep around here anymore. That's it. I'm going home.
When was that, today?
No, I was...
Like last week.
Yeah, last week.
Oh.
Everybody was...
I'll text you tomorrow when I'm off.
Everybody was preventing me from sleeping that day. It was great.
Yeah, I'll text you tomorrow, like 1 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I probably won't hear it, but go for it.
Okay.
There you go. So Assassin's Creed isn't grabbing you enough to get a season pass for its DLC offerings?
No, probably not. While I do like the game, I don't know if it's, like... Yeah, I don't think its season pass is going to do anything for me.
Okay. Yeah, because that is this week. The King George DLC launches in the form of the season pass. So it's marked at $30, but it gives you every, like, whatever other DLC they plan on releasing, or at least whatever they plan on including in the season pass. It's interesting. I think the idea is there, like the whole concept of doing history altering DLC campaigns. I think it makes sense.
I just don't think it makes sense with the Animus thing, unless they explain that. Because I'm pretty sure the Animus is only supposed to take you through actual events, not possible, like...
I imagine you could probably run scenarios.
Maybe. But, whatever. It seems interesting enough.
Yeah.
Apparently George Washington becomes a douche.
I don't know. To me, the idea of just playing an opportunity to thwart a villainous George Washington would outweigh any sort of thought as to how this makes sense for the Animus. Like, that seems like a minor detail to me, just for fun, by fun factor.
Yeah, probably.
So.
Just saying.
How are we been playing?
Mostly Paper Mario Sticker Star. Mostly.
All right.
Some Dishonored. I'm towards the end of Dishonored. And that game, I didn't really like it at first. Now I like it quite a bit. So screw you.
Screw what?
No, I didn't want to like it.
Well,
For some weird reason, but now I love it. And I think it's actually a pretty damn good game. Now the problem is the beginning of the game feels too much like other games. And it differentiates itself pretty quickly. So I'm enjoying it.
fair enough. We had another gaming day, probably our most productive gaming day that we've had in preparation of our Best of 2012 show. Knocked out a good bit of awful games.
F that, it cost me 85 cents.
Cost me $2.12. So what's your point?
My 85 cents is worth your $2.12.
Right.
This Brett money is the real deal.
But hey, you rented Sleeping Dogs. You now got a chance to play it. So what is your opinion? What opinion do you share of Sleeping Dogs?
I think the literal edition would have been better. But the game is actually pretty fun for like the type of game it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed the combat and the countering system. That was really fun. Overall, it seems like a good game to have. Maybe not $60 worth.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, it's probably not long before it comes on some decent sale.
But for $20, maybe it might be worth definitely picking up.
So $20 is your threshold.
Yeah, I'd pay $20 for it.
Fair enough. It definitely. I think it's the game we ended up spending the most time in.
Had a very Batman feel to it.
It did, and I actually.
That's not a problem, though.
No, I
It was
don't
like
think Howard meant it as a problem.
with like the sandbox kind of world.
Yeah.
So.
And the story and the mission element of it was interesting enough to keep going. And I like some of the distractions of like other missions that you get. Like, I actually thought the surveillance mini game was kind of creative. I like that.
A bunch of those.
Yeah. So what we played, the combat. I've played the combat in a demo before, and I was impressed. I felt like that's that's the type of approach more sandbox games should take, because Saints Row has gotten the chaos down. Its combat isn't all that great, but just the chaos
Yeah,
factor.
but it's got a giant purple dildo. Need we say more?
It is pretty funny, and GTA has its engine, has everything, but its combat and its gunplay has never been all that solid. Though four was okay for gunplay. 4 was all right. So I like that approach. So yeah, we played Sleeping Dogs. I made you guys play the Expendables 2 game.
That game sucked.
Had you guys, most of you, play Field Runners 2.
I'm not. The game was pretty good.
So
It sucked.
the
It sucks pretty good.
anybody want to share any sort of opinions besides the brief one that Brett had about Field Runners or Expendables?
It was butt.
What made Expendables butt?
Just the whole experience.
Like, it was.
You had
I'm glad.
bad voice acting,
I'm glad they tried to make every character seem a little bit different.
but they really weren't.
But I think something that would have helped is if you didn't. Instead of using the right trigger to shoot, if you would have just used the second analog
Yes.
to shoot, that would have made it probably
Thank
miles
God.
better.
I was
Because instead I had to do this weird. I had to aim with the right stick and then I had to fire, which felt kind of weird in the kind of game it was.
It should have felt more like Contra.
Yeah, it should have felt a little bit more like Contra, but it.
I don't understand how that approach, like, it's a simple approach. It's like, hey, we got the Expendables license. What do we do with it? Well, we're not going to make a $60 game. Okay, that's fine. What else we're going to do? We're going to make an arcade game. All right, let's make it like Contra. Or let's make it like Assault Heroes, but with people instead of cars.
And then let's see, the 4 characters are Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li, and Terry Crews. You have Sylvester Stallone's characters. I don't remember their names.
Barney.
Anyway, you had Sylvester Stallone's character.
Barney.
He used a 6-shooter, which you can fire really rapidly, or he used he dual wielded pistols. Then Jet Li's character had a throwing knife or a machine gun, which is really weird because it seemed like Jason Statham's character was the throwing knife expert.
Yes, he was.
But whatever. Dolph Lundgren had an old-fashioned 2-round shotgun and a sniper rifle. And Terry Crews had a shotgun and something else. And then when you kill enough people, you get your signature kill. They were actually okay, except Dolph Lundgren and Terry Crews had the same signature kill. Which was kind of stupid.
I agree.
It's like, oh, we're going to dodge your punch and shoot you right in the chest with a shotgun.
Yeah. I mean, the idea had a lot of potential. It's just Ubisoft just added Expendables, the game, to the list of many movie licensed games that just were not good.
That game was not great.
Yeah.
It just makes you want to play other kinds of games like that. Just those top-down arcade games where you use left to move, right to shoot. And it just... It's like really messy, and it just was not...
What about Field Runners?
I haven't played it yet.
If you like... It really reminded me a lot of the South Park tower defense game, except with obviously more serious weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good thing. Some of the levels, the waves are a little ridiculous. Like 2 of the levels I played were 70 waves each, which is a lot of waves. But the game was fun. I enjoyed it, and the weapons were usually pretty interesting, which is also a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
It
does give the ability to speed time up, though.
Okay.
Yeah, there are options to make the game move like 2 times normal speed. I don't know. I don't remember if it goes past that, but it can go 2 times normal speed. So it does help with the length of those waves, especially once you've established a good amount of defense with weapons, and it's just from that point on upgrading or maybe adding a turret here or there. The 2 times speed is beneficial to just get through those last couple of waves. But if it's anything like the first one, I played a good bit of 2, but I haven't seen all the levels. If it's anything like the first one, the later levels get very, very creative in layout and how enemies disperse. There was one where there were 3 entrances, where one was for foot soldiers in the middle, the other one was for and the other 2 were train tracks for various vehicles that they could go like one to the other, and that was kind of neat because it makes for like tricky way, like you actually have to think where you want to put everything to combat these guys and what comes out of those areas and what weapons best suit that, and it was pretty cool. You want to share anything, Tim, for Field Runners or Sleeping Dogs, any of the things we talked about so far?
Sleeping Dogs is definitely something I probably would want to play, and own. I didn't like the controls of the Expendables game whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Field Runners, I actually played that the most because I know you handed it to me after Brett, and it's like I kept going back. He's like, "Here, you got to play Angry Birds," and I did. I got it, and it was like, all right, I understand, and I went back to Field Runner.
Yeah, because I mean, I do like the space element that's added for Angry Birds. I mean, the main thing of it, in the main Angry Birds, I couldn't get into it 100% because it was like, okay, this is kind of neat, but after a while, it was like, all right, I'm kind of tired of the layout. But with Angry Birds Space adding gravity and then multiple planets, so it's like you got to deal with the gravitational pull of like multiple things, or in certain levels where you have to shoot into a planet to shoot the debris out of its gravitational pull to hit the pigs that are floating in space. Like that idea, that concept made it so much better to me. Same with the Star Wars version, though we didn't add that to the. I felt it came out too late, so though I do have it, but I do know that both the space and the Star Wars versions for anyone that has an Android phone, they're free. You can get them for free. But Star Wars one was pretty cool because it does play out, like at the very least it plays out the first Star Wars movie, but replaces all the Angry Birds with Angry Birds characters. So the Red Bird is now Luke Skywalker, and when he learns to use the lightsaber, then the Red Bird gets the lightsaber. So when you shoot him out right before he hits anything, if you tap the screen, he swipes with the lightsaber. The Bomb Bird is now Obi-Wan, and he uses Force Push. The yellow bird, which was used to like torpedo, now you touch an area and he shoots that with his gun because he's Han Solo. I haven't gotten the Chewbacca bird yet, nor have I gotten anyone else, and unfortunately, even though the VGAs told me there is no Mace Windu bird, even though there should be.
There really should.
Yeah, that should be added now. But yeah, I think that's cool, and I enjoyed Field Runners. Let's see, we played Blops a little bit. The transit mode, I know everybody had a bit of a tough time playing it on a 4-player split screen, but how do you feel about the idea they use of now having this open world to the zombies mode as opposed to just select a level and survive like 50 waves?
I think it's pretty neat. Like I said, it won't make me buy the game, but if someone has it, I would not be against playing the zombies mode.
Yeah.
It feels like I think other people have said this. It feels more like it could be its own game.
It is getting to the point where they could just make it its own game, and I think it would sell. Because there are a lot of people like myself that continue to buy the Black Ops franchise or the opposite franchise of Call of Duty.
The Treyarch versions.
Yeah. Well, now all of them are going to be the Treyarch versions.
Well.
Essentially, I mean, the core Infinity Ward team is gone. There's no way you can really consider them Infinity Ward anymore. And I think
the name's there.
The name's there, but they're also partially helped by Sledgehammer Games, which they're an okay developer. But anyway, the Treyarch. We'll just continue with that. The Treyarch games.
We were building tools like generators to make other things work.
Yeah.
Otherwise wouldn't work.
You'll build tools. That's also how you'll upgrade weapons too.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of neat.
Sleeping Dog, just real quick. I was tired and I was failing miserably at the combat, and I was getting visibly frustrated. But other than that, the game was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I would definitely play it for probably less than $20.
Yeah, I agree. Like $20-$25, I would definitely pick that up. And with the first 2 months or so of 2013 being kind of slow, I think it's a good time to where
What was
if
the first big game of 2013?
Isn't
I was-
Devil May Cry?
I was gonna say it's either,
Game?
huh?
Yeah.
Devil May Cry is considered a big game. There's still a lot of people looking forward to it. I would say. Is that January?
Caveman told me it wasn't going to be that good.
Yeah, but didn't they?
Are you
Did they change their minds though?
Are you guys? Are you both still on there?
I am.
For some reason, I don't know why I haven't left.
I'm the only one that left. I'm the only one that actually took his ball and went home.
Yes.
You know what? And I'm okay with
I took
that.
the ball, went home, and came back.
I can't.
I gotta hide my balls, virgin ears.
I can't. I just.
Well, they changed their mind on it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Wow. Oh, I mean,
I don't know, I'm just not
they're.
interested. I don't like. I still can't get over the Dante change. Though I heard the game plays exactly like Devil May Cry. I just
Yeah.
don't really like the fact that they changed. I didn't
Well,
think
the demo's out there if you want to give it a shot and see how you feel.
maybe tomorrow.
I don't remember when that game hits. Is that game January? I want to say it's January.
I would have said it's January.
What are you, gay, that you don't like the fact that the dude's appearance changes? It's like, oh, his appearance changes. What are you, gay?
That's not nice.
Come on.
Apologize.
No.
Doesn't feel like Dante.
Play nice.
Oh, they changed Link for Wind Waker, and you didn't like that.
No, I didn't like the graphics. The graphics are different.
The graphics
Yes.
are great.
Detroit Medical Clinic.
Yeah, January 15th is when that game hits. So it's more sparingly because I think that's the big game for January. The big game for February, I believe, is Dead Space 3. I thought that was February.
I think it's February.
And then March, you get a couple big ones. I know Last of Us is May now. I know it's one of our stories, but whatever. People saw it. And so on. But usually you have a lot of downtime. Me personally, I'm not picking up Devil May Cry. I'm on the fence about Dead Space. Dead Space 3 did look incredible watching all of the E3 gameplay footage. But I'm still not sure if I want to pick that up or not. So January would be a nice time to pick up games that I've missed out on, like Sleeping Dogs. Well, missed out on owning, like Sleeping Dogs and everything. Other game we played was Far Cry.
I can't wait till Christmas.
Who wants to share some opinions on Far Cry?
I liked crashing my car.
I like watching that guy get shot in the throat. That's pretty awesome.
I thought the cutscenes were pretty cool.
The graphics are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is one thing I'll say about the game.
It was almost like next to no transition in between the cutscene and actual play. I felt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's definitely true too.
There is a little bit of clipping, like you made
Yeah,
a.
there's a bit of flipping.
Yeah.
But it's a big world game. That's something that's not out of the
Yeah.
realm of...
And unfortunately, a lot of these games are like these near-end generation games are being built more for PC than console, and PC, while maybe at the beginning of this generation started at the same level, or consoles at one point caught up and maybe even surpassed, PCs have now surpassed these consoles again.
Yeah, Devil May Cry is the first game coming out, really.
Yeah.
It's Fire Emblem in February. It's Dead Space.
I will be
3,
buying Fire Emblem.
Aliens, Colonial Marine.
Fuck, I will be buying.
February.
I will be buying that.
Crisis 3, Metal Gear Rising, Odyssey 4, Rayman
Wait,
Legends,
what was the Odyssey for? I'm sorry.
Entry and Odyssey 4.
Oh, the Atlas game, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dynasty Warriors 7, Empires. There's quite a bit of games coming out in February.
I think I'm tapped out on the Empires portion of the Dynasty
I'm
Warrior
not.
series. It depends. If they put player creation in, they'll probably sucker me
They
in.
will.
Yeah,
That's why they keep holding it out.
That's when they
March.
usually do.
March has the 3DS Castlevania, MLB 13.
the 3DS Castlevania looks good. Oh, fucking Tomb Raider.
God of War Ascension.
Fuck that game.
God of War Judgment, Bioshock Infinite, Army of Two, and Tiger Woods 13.
As much as Bioshock Infinite was on like a lot of people's anticipated lists like way early, it didn't hit my list until I saw the gameplay footage on the VGAs. I saw that gameplay footage and I was like, holy shit, that is fucking awesome.
Luigi's Mansion 2 does not have a date yet.
It's weird. I do want to play that. I did like the first
Returns.
Luigi's Mansion. Oh, all right.
That was the way to get us moving.
Yeah, that's a way to get us moving. But
Far Cry looked really cool. it does kind of just feel like another open world game. There's been a lot of those recently, but I think it stands out enough.
Yeah,
as opposed to like all the other open world games that have been out recently.
I absolutely think it does.
Kind of like a modern day Skyrim kind of a game.
Except not stupid.
It does. I know our buddy Milton, when he was talking to me, he said it has a feeling of Fallout, and to a certain extent, I agree. But the thing with Fallout is, Fallout to me feels like an RPG first, and FPS was a secondary thought.
That system, which you didn't have to like fire one bullet yourself.
Yeah,
if you didn't want to.
Where Far Cry feels more like, at its core, an FPS, but then built this huge world around it. And I like the openness to it. I like games where I can turn it on and I have a bunch of options available to me as to what I want to occupy my time with in that game. It's not just, all right, well, let me go and progress a story. It's like, I can go and progress a story. The next time I go on, I can go and just hunt things and upgrade my stuff. Next time I go in, I can just do side missions and recover radio towers. And because you guys did the first radio tower. And from what I've heard is, as the game progresses, those radio towers get more and more complex.
It's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, like they become their own sort of puzzle game where you have to kind of figure out how you traverse up to the top of the radio tower to activate it. And then obviously it does the eagle vision where it shows everything around you. And,
and the towers in Assassin's Creed got increasingly more difficult as you
advanced in the game. And driving or just vehicle mechanics in that game is not good, but it provides a lot of hilarity.
Yeah, I was trying to hit a deer. Missed the deer completely.
Yeah.
Fell off the side of the cliff and crashed.
Yeah, I mean, if you pay attention, you can get from point A to point B in a car.
Yeah,
but
what's the fun in that?
Yeah, one, what's the fun, and just two, it just...
Why wouldn't you want to go around and stab everything?
Why couldn't you just, like, ride a board?
You know, and that's another thing, is like, I like while traversing, if you encounter enemies, the world is open and gives you options to do various things to kill them. Like, okay, I can just pull out my gun and start shooting them from a distance, or I can go around and find something to climb up and leap off and assassinate them, because I unlocked that ability the next day after you guys left. He has an ability where if he's above an enemy, he can drop down and just instantly stab his machete into their throat, which was kind of cool. Yeah, and I like sneaking up on guys, like waiting and watching them, because assassinations or takedowns reward more XP. Yeah, you do get more EXP. So, you know, I like that. A lot of open elements and choices to it I thought were really cool. And I mean, the more I played it, the more I didn't want to take it back to Redbox. So I think that's definitely a game that once Christmas hits and if there's any sort of money or whatever, that's going to be the first thing I buy. Hands down. That game is incredible. All right. So, yeah, we're caught up on that. We got a few more things that we want to knock off the list. But Best of 2012 podcast will be the first podcast we bring to you in 2013. Maybe some people find it odd that we kick off 2013 reminiscing on 2012. But it's just how everything unfolded.
That's just how this shit works.
It's just how it worked for us.
I want to give the majority of the games a chance to, come out.
Yeah, and I wanted to give us the 2-week break, not only for the holidays, but to open up our schedule to be able to have more time to play these games. So, once we're done recording, then Mondays when people pop over for Raw, we can still come over here at 7, or people can still pop over an hour before Raw, and we can spend that time playing some of the games. So on and so forth. And then